Hi everyone, well we're here with Penny, who's the Pelvic Floor Specialist Physio at Sports Physio Centre. As you're all aware, I had surgery earlier on this year in June where I had a hysterectomy, and about, was it 12 weeks I think after the surgery I started to feel a lot of pressure in my pelvic area and lower back pain. So I came down to the physio and spoke to Andrew Ryan, who's the owner, and all my symptoms showed that I had pelvic floor problems. So then he put me on to Penny, who's a specialist here. So Penny, what is pelvic floor?
So it's often an area that's misunderstood by a lot of people. It supports the base of the pelvis, so it holds all our organs up in place, so bladder, uterus, bowel, prostate in men as well. If the uterus isn't there, it still holds everything up. It controls urine flow, continence. Pelvic pain is often a part of pelvic floor issues if the pelvic floor is too tight, but it's often an area neglected by a lot of people because it's not a muscle you see or go to the gym to specifically work out with.
And these are some of the symptoms I was showing after the 12-week period where I started to then get back into my running. And I found I was holding, is that right? I was holding my pelvic floor too tight, and I was tight in this area and then lower back pain. So who does it affect?
Everyone. So the biggest group of people I would probably see are your pre and postnatal women, only because there's been an immediate cause or a birth that's happened which has led them to think that there's something wrong in the area. But it affects sports people, and it's often the last area that they'll want to talk about. They're considered fit and healthy, so they don't want to be telling people that they've got an incontinence issue, but it doesn't discriminate, and it's a very, very important area and can affect your performance. So definitely treating it is.
And symptoms can vary, is that right? There
Definitely.
are different symptoms.
So pelvic floor is, I guess, a relatively new area in physio. There's not a lot of people that have specialised in the area. The ultrasound has become a really big way or big tool of showing people whether or not you're coordinating well. It's not necessarily a measure of strength though, so often if you've got a little bit of experience with the ultrasound but not necessarily pelvic floor experience, you can be misled into thinking someone's pelvic floor is weak. If you then prescribe a pelvic floor program of strengthening when the pelvic floor is actually having trouble relaxing, we can cause more problems.
That's what I was having, yeah.
So often weakness is the biggest issue, but you also have your pain people. Pelvic floor attaches from the pubic bone at the front to the coccyx at the back, and if it's pulling, you can get coccyx pain, pubic symphysis pain, all sorts of pain.
So treatment is invasive. It is invasive. It's
Personal.
and it is personal, and you go into a room with Penny, and it's what, 45 minutes.
45 minutes to an hour we do initially.
Yeah, and it's honestly, you'll feel so much better. So everyone out there, if you are feeling lower back pain, or if you do have incontinence, even men, it's not only pre or post, is it? It's
No.
not pre or postnatal women, it could be children, and as Penny said, athletes. Come on down, see Penny. We'll have Penny's details on our website and on Facebook, and yeah, so come on down if you have any of these symptoms.